Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm PANCZASU the Mighty Mix Power, and I'm sorry for the background noise you had in the last video because I forgot to turn something off. Well, sorry. Well, as you can see, I throw myself right back into the next cast after the last one we had. That was really cool and made me happy. That's the first thing. A stupid error that I made. The second thing, I didn't want to say that it made me happy. I wanted to say that it made me, well, I don't know what it made me, but oh well. So, I was doing this way before day 9, since beta. I see. What are they talking about? Been watching some day 9s for certain. I don't know. Maybe Reckoning is a caster? No, I have not seen a cast from him yet. Although I'm not really watching that many of those casts. I mean, I'm watching some of them, of course, but you know how many casts of there are there? I mean, this is the most annoying thing that I sometimes see. When people come at me and say, "Hey, Pancake, why did you make a cast of this replay when random caster 11111 already made this cast? How could you? I mean, it's lame and you shouldn't do that." Dude, I'm not an incredible force that is so intellectually powerful that can watch every single Starcraft 2 videocast that is uploaded in the internet. So please, if I made a cast that has already been casted, then sorry, I didn't mean to, and it happened. I'm not going to delete it, I'm not going to do anything about it. It happens because internet is quite big nowadays, I mean really now. The other thing is, well, I already forgot what the other thing is because I have a very short memory. Oh, it was something about it. I really don't remember. Well, that's too bad. Also, one more thing I noticed, I still need to work on my pronunciation because in my last videocast I think I slightly improved over the videocast that I did not upload yet because, yeah, there was one videocast that I made quite a long time ago and I didn't upload it because, well, it was nothing spectacular, let's face it. And I made it when I had no internet, I was bored to death, so I wanted to do something. It is quite a long videocast that you're missing, but on the other side, nothing spectacular, so you could just try to watch the beginning of it, because I think there was the most action, and yeah, you could watch the whole thing, you could not watch it at all. I just wish that there's one person at least that liked the videocast, and that's really why I'm doing those stuff, so you guys can watch it, enjoy it, and that's it. And I'm having a lot of fun myself too, so I guess we're both only gaining on this deal rather than losing. I mean, I know that there are some people that are actually gaining money for doing those casts, and this is just, well, I don't have anything against those people. If some company would give me money for trunks or advertisements for them in the cast, then fine, it's work, and I really appreciate the fact that somebody thinks that he can earn on my work. It would be much appreciated, and I would feel my ego going sky high. But people that ask for donations for nothing or something like that, I don't really know what to think of this, because let's face it, there are people that need those donations much more than casters like me or others that have enough money to buy Starcraft 2, buy fraps. Of course, most of them probably didn't buy it, just got it illegally, but oh well, let's say that bought it because they're supposed to. You need to buy a microphone, a good graphics card, a good CPU, you need to buy a mouse, a keyboard, you need to buy quite a lot of stuff, you need to power it all, so it means that, well, we have to somehow have the money to do all this stuff, right? So there are definitely people that do not have the money and need it more than we do. That's just my opinion though, no need spreading it around. Actually, I just did spread it around. But that's me. Okay, so I actually did not realize that Reflex is playing as TOS. For some reason I thought that Rekatan switched to TOS and he's now not playing as Zerg, which was just silly me, I guess. He's going for a very early Evolution Chamber and upgrading the melee damage immediately. By the way, could somebody make it clear for me? Some native speaker, please, somebody who knows what he's saying. Is it supposed to be melee, melee, no, melee, you hear my problem, right? I'm not totally sure how to pronounce this word. I mean, I often hear it from other casters, from other people that know English. I often say to myself, melee. I do not even remember how I pronounce it. But I would really like a confirmation from somebody that actually has not decent, but good English knowledge. Somebody who is a native speaker, and preferably somebody who actually goes and works on English lessons, aka somebody who knows the language actually well. So I would really like to see the classification, because it is supposed to be melee. Hear my problem. So yeah, that's me. Sometimes I get lost, sometimes I don't, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So we can see a big spinning actually run by. Oh man, it looks like Reflex needs some more reflex. He does make a lot of those force hits. Wow, so nice reflex action. Not really, because those force hits were way off the scale late and they did not do what they should have done. But this Zealot weapon was a really nice one, and there's still a single sentry that did make this force hit. Another sentry popping out. So see, this is why I so love sentries. They allow you to defend against almost every single attack you can imagine, from melee units at least, and they can really weaken some other attacks as well, because it just can spread out your enemy's forces and deal with them one by one. They also have this amazing Guardian Shield ability, which I really love when I have to fight against some meterless power members. And also they have the hallucination ability, the most underused one, but really I'm in the heaven! Actually, somebody has decided to use the hallucination. I so love this ability. I mean, it's incredibly powerful. It can just absorb such a huge amount of damage, and also your enemy is going to be all like, OMG, it is such a big army. I did see, I rage quit. This is a lucky way. He probably grabbed some gold or something. Actually, once I remember in the old better than 3 old times, there was a person that saw my army that was actually 100% hallucination, and he was like, oh well, GG, and he actually disconnected. And I was like, oh okay, that was the cheapest win I ever had, but yeah, that was kinda cool. So never underestimate the power of the hallucinations. Or if you are fighting against those, just make sure that this ginormous enemy army that is moving towards his base at 5 minutes in the game, just make sure that they are actually hallucinations, because there's no way somebody would gain such a big army. So as you can see, Rekadan is actually going for, well, 2 hatcheries in his main, an extra hatcheries on his expansion, and another expansion coming out. Everything of this is going to be scanned by Hallucination Phoenix, another use of the hallucination. And well, I'm curious to see what Reflex is going to do with that. He's got only 3 warp gates, not that much, especially considering that he's got his expansion, now he's got a robotics facility, so this is something he... Okay, now he's going to have 5 warp gates and a robotics facility, which should be enough, definitely, maybe even... Yeah, sorry, I got lost in thought. I wanted to say something, but I don't really know what it was. But that's my problem, my memory that I'm failing at. Actually, I love the fact that I have bad memory. I don't know why, but it sometimes somehow makes me proud. I mean, I can say about myself that, yeah, I have a bad memory. Most of the time, I forgot what I said just a second ago. And yeah, that's how cool I am now. What about you, bro? You have a bad memory? No, you have a decent, good, or normal memory, but you do not have a bad memory. And I can laugh at you. Okay, and I know it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but somehow, yeah, that's how it makes sense. So I can see here a lot of squeaky action and squishy blurping, popping out, erecting. That's what she said, by the way. Action. So yeah, wow, this is just both players doing not really a thing. Rekatan just, it seems like he